The frightening thing is, you just kind of expected him to knock that in. Off the Wilson break off. Long pot success for O'Sullivan, 86% in this match.
Eight. Nine.
I wonder if Liang Wenbo is watching. Good friend of Ronnie O'Sullivan's, who was here with him actually yesterday. Of course, he made a maximum break earlier in the tournament, for which he's down at the moment to win £42,000, unless someone equals it.
16.
Well, maybe. I think right now, while he'd probably like to make a 1+7, or we think he would, with Ronnie, you never quite know. Getting to within the frame, getting the job done tonight would mean a lot to him. He's had a lot of assistance all week. Stephen Peters has been here. He wants to get over the line in this tournament, I think, more than anything else. He needs to be seen as a threat, I think, as a player. It's been a bit of a drought for him.
24.
Don't know if he can hold for the black here. I think he'll be playing up something lower in value if he plays that red.
Just been told actually that apparently Liang Wenbo is in our studio watching with Jimmy, so he's keeping a close eye on this.
I think he's going to be all right here. I think he'll respect the situation more, and I think that he's playing on lower value colour with the angle he's got, which is quite a wide one.
Yeah, your money's safe.
$28. $29. $36.
There's the pot success, 97%.
Yes, and that was quite a difficult one. That the previous shot on the black was not perfectly judged for once. He's got to play another recovery shot here, though, from blue. To obviously avoiding the bulk colours down for a red. Not straightforward here. He's getting close to the yellow. That's a lovely shot. He just missed the yellow and the jaws of the middle bag. Or the corner pocket, rather.
42.
Colin Humphries there, respotting the blue. He always, when he sets the table up before every frame, he always starts with the blue because he's a massive Everton fan and he reckons it's good luck, although I think he means for him rather than them because they got beat 5-2 today. Not a good day for the Merseyside teams.
$43. $47. $48.
Well, he's just got a choice of reds here to either corner pocket. That nice angle.
$53. $50. 54.
Well, he's got options once again. The right-hand red might make others available, but he could just nudge into them as well. Yes, played on the loose one. I think that's a good choice because he doesn't need very many more pots. It's another
59.
very fine positional play shot. He still needs another red after this. I think in putting that red, the top one is available to the right corner. So everything unfolding beautifully. Yes, it certainly goes.
$65.
Well, it's the red he needs. He doesn't want to overthink this.
$66.
Well, what are you supposed to do? He broke off.
$73.
He's playing some terrific snooker. He really is.
Yes, everything has opened up. When he came to the table, it looked like he could make quite a few, but the reds were still in a bunch. One by one, he's got them into play. An
82.
artist at work. Break building and shot selection has always been the very highest order.
89.
Chance then to make his third century of the final. Could have had quite a few more, actually.
90. $95. $96.
Career century 893 coming up. Well, it might not be the close final many wanted, but sometimes you just have to sit back and admire.
102.
And there's been plenty to admire from Ronnie O'Sullivan today.
Yes, it's been a question for a long time of everyone knows what he can do, everyone's seen it before. We haven't seen it all that much recently. Can O'Sullivan still play to the highest of levels? And he's answered that tonight. He's answered it all week, but this really is the icing on the cake. He's still a great player.
114.
What if Barry Hearn is getting twitchy for the £1 million bonus? Maybe a bit early yet. Of course, if anyone wins all four, they get the £1 million. How many could realistically do that? Not many, but Ronnie O'Sullivan would be in that group. He's one frame away from winning the English Open. He made a magnificent total clearance of 127, and he's 8-2 up, playing sublime snooker. One more frame, and he's our champion.
One.
Well, here we go again, maybe. He's already won 5 frames in this final, in which Kyren Wilson has not potted a ball.
a second, please, Ronnie.
Colin Humphries just slotting the pink into position behind the pack.
Interesting stat, actually, Dave. In the semi-finals and finals, they did one frame of all three matches to date, but there's not been a break over 50. The standard's very high, and that goes back to framing the match with O'Sullivan and McGill, the frame where Ronnie missed those two blacks off the spot. Sixth frame.
8.
Table's been playing well, but the standard has been extremely high.
I think it's been a terrific tournament, and one of the things about the Home Nations events, you get to see so many faces you might not normally see in tournaments.
13. 14.
Very busy period of the calendar coming up, a lot of tournaments, and if O'Sullivan can get on a run, who's to say what sort of damage he can do in this part of the season.
Just flick the red away from the black there to give himself more to play with.
21. 22. 29. 30. 37. 38. 43.
I think it's get a little bit more difficult now, if that's possible. That's where he'll have to think through what he does next.
44.
He's a bit straight on the blue, doesn't leave all that many options. I've got to just run through into the bunch, a real queuing shot. It's a beautiful effort. Just an absolute joy to watch, isn't it? But that's such a difficult shot to make the red spread. But the top spin he had on the ball, the keyboard just accelerated. They're all coming out tonight, Dave, aren't they, all these shots?
Well, if you programmed a computer to play snooker, this is how it would play if you programmed it correctly. Pretty much unplayable.
Yes, he's actually got awkward queuing, despite a brilliant shot like that. He's recovered it very well. You never know what's going to happen next, but it appears that he's on this surge of form.
Give me a second, please, Ronnie.
It seemed enormous to him.
I wonder if John Higgins did him a slight favour by winning that tournament in India, just to move ahead of him on the all-time list. I think as O'Sullivan, as his career doesn't come towards an end, because clearly it's nowhere near the end, but as he's on sort of the back nine, as it were, he is noticing records more and more and focusing on maybe his place in the game and the game's history.
57.
Now, his place in the game history is right up there. There'll always be the debate as to the greatest of all time, and people will always say O'Sullivan or Hendry, or even
64.
the man of the trophy's named after, Steve Davis. But
65.
when it comes to Stephen Hendry, wonderful as he wasn't even a professional at the age that Ronnie is now. He'd retired from competitive play.
So snooker's required. There's never been anyone as good as this. Don't care what anyone says.
Well, I'm with you on that.
73.
Well, it'd be just like him to finish with another century, wouldn't it? Be a proud moment for him to join Higgins on 29 ranking events, going past his boyhood hero Steve Davis to collect the Steve Davis Trophy. He was in a bit of hibernation earlier in the season while everyone else was playing. He wasn't playing in tournaments, but he's back, and, well, is as good as ever.
88.
Yes, these home nations events last year proved very difficult to win, difficult to predict who'd win. Had the tournament favourite winning it.
94.
Mark Selby was high in the list of
95.
betting from the sponsors, but the fact is, despite it being 7 matches and best of 7s for a few days, the class of O'Sullivan has come through all of that, and he's come from a difficult draw, and right now, at this moment in time, he looks to be playing snooker in a league of his own.
Yes, 4th century at the final to win the championship. Kyren Wilson had one of his own, but what are you supposed to do against an O'Sullivan in this sort of form?
Final thing I'll say, Dave, pot success in a final,
105.
98% pot success in a best of 17 frame final.
107.
That's that alone is all you need to know.
Yeah, quite incredible.
He's missed 6 pots all day.
110.
Well, he's got it all, hasn't he? He's got the skill, he's got the nerve,
114.
he's got the self-confidence, he's got the charisma. He's a star that any sport would want involved in
119.
any of its events. And in snooker, he's got every shot in the book, and we've seen them today.
Thank you.
We've seen them again in this winning break. 132 to finish. Snooker players come and snooker players go, but there's only one Ronnie O'Sullivan, and he is our champion in Barnsley. And even by his high standards, that was an incredible performance. 4 centuries, a string of other big breaks. He wins the first leg of the Home Nation Series, the English Open, beating Kyren Wilson by 9 frames to 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, a cheque for £30,000 goes to your runner-up. Please show your appreciation for Kyren Wilson. And a cheque for £70,000, the Steve Davis Trophy, and the title of English Open Champion 2017 goes to the